Hi everyone, welcome to another sewing tutorial on this channel. Thank you for stopping by. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this high neck capelet. This tutorial is simple and beginner friendly. So if this is what you would like to see, why not keep watching and let's get right into the video. For this tutorial, I'll be working with Ankara fabric of about 1 yard. I'll be using 1 yard because the same fabric serves as the lining. If you are using different fabric as the lining, half yard will be enough for this capelet, and that totally depends on the body size, okay? So I'll be drafting on a pattern paper first before transferring to fabric. Now you can do this directly on your fabric. You don't have to draft on a pattern paper. From the top of the paper, I came down by 2 inches before drawing the starting line, and that will be for the height of the neckline. And from that starting line, mark your bust line. Mine is 9.5. Also mark your desired length. Mine is 11 inches. Then connect the points into straight lines. This is the bust line and the full length. Next thing to do is to determine the width of the neckline. I'm working with 3 inches, and on that same line I'll mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. Then from that point I'll come down by 1 inch to slope the shoulder. From the shoulder slope, go ahead and measure your armhole depth. Then connect the point. This line is the chest line, which you can choose to draw across like the other lines. Now let's create the armhole curve. On the chest line, mark quarter of your bust circumference, then get the midpoint of the armhole line. From that midpoint, go in by half an inch, then connect the points to get your curve. The next thing to do is to determine the height of the neckline. From the neck width, I'll go up by 1.5. Go ahead and determine how high you want yours. Then I'll connect the points into a straight line. Then from that straight line, I'll go in by half an inch. And on the shoulder line, I'll go out by half an inch as well. Then I'll connect the point with a curve. From the starting line, go ahead and mark the depth of your neckline. I'll be working with 2.5. Then connect the points to the height of your neckline. After connecting the neckline, the next thing to do is extend the shoulder line for the capelet. To get the measurement for your extension, measure around your shoulder, that's get your shoulder circumference, add 1 or 2 inches, depends on how free you want the cape, then you divide that into 4. Mine is 10.5 inches after division. If I take out my shoulder measurement from that 10.5, I'm left with 3 inches. So I will extend my shoulder line by 3 inches. I will take out half an inch from what I added at the shoulder, then mark on the chest line. You can decide to use the same measurement, it's fine. I will connect the points and extend the line to the full length. I will make this corner a little curvy. So this is what I have now, and I'm going to cut it out before shaping the center. Now at the center on the full length line, I'll go in by 3 inches. That is how open I want the hem. I will connect the point to the neck depth, then cut it off. For the back, I came down by 2 inches before the starting line, and I used the same measurement for the front as the full length. The width of the neckline is the same with the front. At the center back, I will go up by 3/4 of an inch instead of 1.5. Then I'll connect the point. Next, I will trace the front shape to the back. So this is all for the back pattern. I will cut it out now. After cutting out your pattern, the next thing to do is to transfer it to fabric. My fabric is folded into four because I'm cutting out the lining as well. The back piece is on a folded edge. The seam allowance is half an inch all around. I already interfaced the piece for the lining before cutting. And you can as well interface the main fabric if you want. The next thing is to start stitching. I'll be stitching the main fabric and the lining pieces separately with right sides facing. I will stitch along the neck area, shoulder as well as the side with half an inch. After joining, notch the shoulder as well as the neck area so it can relax well when you turn it to the right side. Now I will keep this aside to join the lining. Before joining the lining, I will cut out a part of this pattern which will be used to cut out shoulder pad. From the armhole line, I will mark 2.5, and from that point towards the side, I will mark another 2.5, making 5 inches. Then I will connect the points with a curve. Go ahead and label this the best way you will not get confused. I use arrow to indicate the top and the side. I placed the pattern on wadding and cut out 4 pieces, so this is what I have now. The next thing to do is to place it at the shoulder area, but before then, I will mark where it will be placed using the pattern paper. I will place each piece before the seam allowance because I don't want it to be bulky after stitching, and the shiny part is facing down. I ironed the wadding and I also added stay. The next thing to do is join this together. I'll be joining it same way I did the main fabric, but I won't join one side completely. I will leave an opening of about 3 inches which I will use to turn it. After sewing, this is what I have, and this is the opening I left for the turning. I trim off the seam allowance and I top stitch on the seam line. This is what the wrong side looks like. The next thing to do is to join the main fabric and the lining piece. The lining is half inch shorter than the main fabric. This is because I want my lining properly tucked in. But if you plan to make your capelet reversible, that's you want to wear both the right and the wrong side, you don't have to make the length of your lining shorter. Whatever you use to lining the main fabric, you don't have to make the length shorter, okay? Before you stitch this, make sure you align the seam lines both at the top and at the hem. I will go ahead to stitch this using half an inch. After stitching, notch the neck area and trim off excess allowance if you have any. Then turn it out through the opening. The next thing to do is give it a good press. At this point, I have ironed it. You can see how relaxed it's looking. For the opening on the lining, you are going to put it together this way and top stitch just the lining. The last thing I'll do here is attach hook and eye to the tip of the neckline. And that brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thanks for watching. If you find this video helpful, do not forget to like it. And if you are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Please do not leave without subscribing. I'll see you in my next one.